Good morning, dear students. Today in this video, we'll study about some more methods of separation. And first method we are studying is sublimation. Children, sublimation is the process of separating two substances out of which one is sublime. We can separate the components of a mixture having a sublime substance and a non-sublime substance using sublimation. For example, ammonium chloride and salt. Children, we take ammonium chloride and salt in a watch glass or petri dish and we keep over it inverted funnel. We close the top of the funnel by a cotton plug and by using a burner we heat this mixture, and when we heat the mixture, ammonium chloride, as it is sublime, without coming to the liquid state it converts into gaseous states, and this gas gets stuck in the walls of funnel, and after that we cool it, and it, without coming to the liquid state, it comes to the solid state and we can collect it, and salt as residue is left over there. So we can separate the components of a mixture having sublime substance and non-sublime substance using sublimation. Example, mixture of ammonium chloride, camphor, naphthalene with salt can be separated by sublimation. Ink is a mixture of several colors. For separating various components of ink, we use a method known as chromatography. This is in the picture shown paper chromatography. And how will we separate? We take a paper, blotting paper, and we put a mark here and we immerse it in a water pot, and the level of the water should be below the mark. It means a drop of ink you have kept over the mark and then you are immersing the paper in the water, but it should not touch the ink or mark. After some time you see that as it is blotting paper, the water rises up, and the when the water rises up, the different colors of the ink, they are also separating according to their solubility in different places, and in this way we get different colors of the ink. So this is the method of separating colors of dyes and known as chromatography. So chromatography is the method of separating different types of components which are dissolved in dyes or ink. We can use this method for separating solutes, so that those are dissolved in the same solvent. Okay, in same solvent, the solutes which are dissolved, for separating them, we use the method known as chromatography. Children, chromatography has many applications. Some applications are: number one, it is used to separate the colors of ink. Number two, it is used to separate the pigments from blood. Number three, it is used to separate the drug from the blood. Children, sometimes some people commit suicide and in their blood the amount of drug or the poison is present, and that can be separated by chromatography. And in forensic lab we use chromatography to separate the different types of pigments or different types of poisons present in the body. Now, one question is there for you: how will you separate two miscible liquids? First of all, another question: what do you know by miscible liquids? Liquids which are mixed together properly, uniformly. Such type of liquids are called miscible liquids. Suppose you have a mixture of two miscible liquids, how will you separate them? You will separate them by the process of distillation. Distillation works on when temperature rises to the boiling point of a liquid, then the liquid starts converting into gas. And when the temperature falls down, then gas starts converting into liquid. Also, distillation is used for separating the mixture of salt and water. When you want salt as well as water, both solute and solvent, then distillation method is used. And we use distillation method for separating two miscible liquids. Suppose we are separating here the mixture of acetone and water. We are keeping acetone and water's mixture in distillation flask as shown in the picture. Then we have immersed a thermometer which will show the boiling point of acetone and water, and also we have connected the distillation flask to water condenser, and this water condenser, it has it is surrounded by two pipes. One is water inlet and other is water outlet. From water inlet, cold water is entering in, and from water outlet hot water is coming out, and a beaker is there in which the liquid will be pure liquid will be collected. So we start our method. We start heating the mixture of acetone and water, and we see that acetone's boiling point is less than water, and it starts boiling first and changing into vapor. As this vapor rises up, it starts moving towards the water condenser, and here from water inlet cold water is rising up and it is cooling the vapor, and when this vapor is cooling, it is converting into gaseous state, liquid state, and this liquid acetone is collected in the beaker. And when the water which is circulated, cold water which is circulated around the condenser and converting the gas into liquid, also becoming simultaneously hot, and this hot water is thrown out by water outlet pipe. In this way, this whole process is done and we get the pure liquid, that is acetone, in a beaker, and the water remains in the flask, distillation flask. Now we have fractional distillation method. When the difference between the boiling point of two liquids is less than 25 Kelvin, then we use fractional distillation method. Remember this, less than 25 Kelvin should be boiling point. Now, in this, only difference is this, that a fractionating column is used or added. In distillation method, simple distillation method, this fractionating column was not there, and here a fractionating column is added over the distillation flask, and this fractionating column is for separating different types of components of mixture according to their boiling point. In this, some beads are there, and what happens, the mixture of different types of liquids, miscible liquids, is taken in the distillation flask. It is heated, and as the temperature of any one component rises, or as the temperature or boiling point of any one component comes, it starts converting into gaseous state. It moves in the condenser, and then in water condenser, by the help of the cold water, it changes into liquid state, and drop by drop it pure liquid is collected. And on the other hand, the other liquids which are present in the distillation flask, they are also same way separated when their boiling point rises, or when their boiling point comes. As their boiling point comes, these all are separated one by one by the help of the fractionating column. So our chapter is completed, revision work is done. That's all for today. Thank you, children.